Places do matters, and so way more than what might think, because in fact, places do carry energy, frequency, and a certain vibe. And this certain vibe can be either positive, but also very negative, toxic, and detrimental for your life. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you 2 places that you should absolutely avoid if you want to keep your sanity and if you want simply to have a good life. So first of all, guys, let me precise something, that places can be either physical, but it can also be virtual. And especially these days, right, where there's so many people who are spending hours and hours online, sometimes even more time online that they do spend in the real life. So virtual places are as real as physical one. And I also want you to understand something as well, is that places are only real and alive because they are filled with alive being, aka us, human being. And as a result, a certain energy of a place, it is directly linked to the energy of people who are in there, and vice versa. So it is actually a synchronicity, and the people who do carry a certain energy gonna lean toward certain places, and certain places gonna host certain people with a certain energy. So the first places that you should absolutely avoid operate on illusion, delusion, and the whole reason of existence. It is a pure lie. I want to talk about nightclubs and bars. And from the get-go, those places are a pure scam because they advertise themselves as being a place for party, for having fun. And in fact, they are the complete opposite of that. A nightclub, a bar, it is the complete opposite of fun and party, because the people who are gathering there, they are escaping from themselves. They are running away from who they are, their problem, their trauma, their unfixed issue, and they're all gathering in there, pretending to do something and getting away from reality. And this is the worst thing about those places. It is because it is a place to get away from reality, to cut yourself from the realness, from what only matters in your life, which is being real, being here and now. And those places, they cut yourself from that, like operating, like I said, on illusion. And for that, they have 2 tools. The first one, it is the night. And we all know that the night, obviously, it is different than the day, right? Because the night is the darkness. It is the absence of light. So you can modify things. You can blur things, right? And as a result, it is not as clear as when there's light, as when it is bright. So they definitely play on that. They trick with that. And the other thing, it is, of course, the substance that they serve in there. They officially serve alcohol. Most of people are drunk. Most of people are completely wasted and under the substance of alcohol. But there's also a lot of drugs in those places, of course, that adds that on top. It creates this energy of escapism, of running away from reality. And there's also this aggressiveness in a bad way and violence, right? Because nightclubs, bars are very notorious for having a lot of fight that start out of nowhere for absolutely nothing. And you often end up in a very tragic end, a certain heaviness in the air. It is the complete opposite of having fun, of partying, because nobody is together. It is all about sticking with group, and the atmosphere there, it's very cold. And they also operate on illusion because, those places, clubs, bars, whatever, nightlife, venues, they advertise on the fact that they are a place to meet women, that they are a place filled with women, filled with beautiful, sexy women. But in reality, most of the women who go there, they either go to places like that to boost up their ego or simply to have fun with the group. But for most of them, they have zero attention to meet any man or to meet anyone in general, to connect with a stranger. It is not the way it operates. And like I said, this is why it is a complete pure lie. And personally, I went to those crappy places a bit when I was young, but personally, I directly felt this heaviness, this fakeness, this bad tension out there, this very gloomy atmosphere. Even when they were a big party and people seems to be happy and enjoying themselves, it was all fake. It was all a pretense. It was all an act. And those places stinks, literally stinks. And you have to stay away from these places because it is a trap. It's going to break you down and it's not going to bring you anything because it's going to push you away from reality. And if you want to get a great life again, you have to be grounded into reality. And what about you? Have you also ever felt the same experience, this heaviness, this tension, this pretense about places like that, nightclubs, bars? Let me know in the comment below. And the second place that you should absolutely avoid participate in, it is online. It is a virtual places, but again, a very real place. And that's also another thing, guys, is that a lot of people, they assume and they firmly believe that what's happening, what's going on online, as soon as it is behind a screen, it doesn't exist. Bull crap, complete bull crap. What's going on behind the screen when you are online, when you are searching something, when you are posting something, it is very real, as same as the real life. This is just a lie that a lot of people think that just because it is behind the screen, just because you can hide your identity, it doesn't really exist. So you have to be light, you have to be casual. And I would call crap on it, because a video, whatever that is good, that it is available online, can literally change life, can literally inspire you to do better, can open you up to a new idea, concept, and mindset. So to me, it is very real. And people who do not take that seriously and do not think that it is real, it is because themselves, they aren't real. Okay, and that place that you should absolutely avoid virtually, it is social media. Because most of social media are designed to be against you. They are not made for your well-being. They are not made for your success. It is all about sucking things out of you without giving you benefits. These places are extremely toxic, and they gather also, for the most part, very toxic people, losers, people who have nothing to do productive with their life. And that is actually the case for most of social media. Those platforms, they give a voice to the narcissist. They give a voice to the people that we should never heard about their existence. But since now platforms on social media are available, now we know that they are here. And this is really truly the sickness of our century. However, not every social media are bad. Of course, YouTube is a great one. You should keep YouTube, because you are also watching my video WayTooReady, right, on YouTube. So YouTube, it is absolutely a great one. But for the most part, for real, social media are a complete failure of our society, and it trapped so many people. It give a distorted view of what the reality and the world is for so many people who are being influenced, who are naive. But also, like I said, for the most part, I think social media strictly attract toxic individuals, whether they are creator or follower, consumer. So if you want to regain your power, you have to quit being on social media, or be very, very selective about what you do consume, and to be very careful about the platform. And like I said, to me, most of the platform are crap, unless it is for YouTube, and maybe other few of them that you might know. You can let me know in the comment below, but for the most part, that's true. And I would say the same also when it comes about streaming and streamer. The act of streaming, it is a place, in a way to stream, and to stream on the platform. And when you also look at the one who do that, and when you look at a certain platform, for example, Kick, which is a streaming platform, you will see that literally all of the content created on this platform are complete degenerate. They are criminal. They are horrible human being. I'm thinking about Clavicular, for example, which is trendy now, of Vitaly. They are plain open criminal, streaming their crime on this platform. And this actually just show you that a certain places, a certain platform, whether it is physical or virtual, do carry a certain thing. And again, that thing can be absolutely toxic, detrimental for you. And it's on you to use your discernment, to activate your discernment actually, and to simply avoid those places. And let me know if you actually were the one who were going to certain places, and just like me, you also did realize how certain places can be toxic, detrimental, and that also the people that you were meeting in there, that you were interacting with in there, they were also carrying in them the energy, the bad energy of these places. Let me know in the comment below. And in this video, I did share 2 places, but in reality, there's way more than 2. So if you happen to experience those bad places for yourself, and if you want to complete the list, feel free to share those in the comment below, so the WayTooReady community can avoid going there, being trapped, and being surrounded by the wrong crowd. If you do like this video, of course, give it a like. And I also made a video about energy and why it matters so much to have energy, and you can watch it somewhere here. And until next time, in the right places, which is on this channel, I'll definitely catch you up soon. Later.